said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Polligan, Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Using his legs to buy some time. He's got it down the right side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Cox. On the move at the 30. They finally get him on the ground, and he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And after that touchdown, you can barely hear yourself think. Autzen Stadium, one of the most special places in all of college football, and easily one of the loudest stadiums, is now going off. We've all called games here before. We love coming to Eugene. This place is magic, and it's because of these fans.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wants to throw. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. The give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Got the first down and still on his feet. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Looking downfield on first down. Flips it out to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Taylor wants to throw it. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that third and short.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Noles are flying down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now on first and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. Taylor wants to throw. He's got him in the flat. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Florida State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Has it back, and here comes the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Got his man on the right. Crosses the 40. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Wants to go up top on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
The give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Smith dropping to pass. Quarterback moving. Looking down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. It's Denson. He'll pitch it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
They'll ride Davis here. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Taylor wants to throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. Throwing on the run. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unleashes one. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Cox. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Dances away. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Smith wants to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
And now they'll have to dial something up on third down after the incompletion. He's looking downfield to throw. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4 downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Fights off a defender. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. The Seminoles will hustle to the line. On 3rd and short, the power run here. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. He'll sneak it.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Taylor wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Gibson. Oh, he's got some space. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Davis. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Running back searching for a hole. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Smith dropping to pass. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Making side adjustments here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's the handoff. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Here comes the offense on second down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Going to try to get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
It's really hard defensively to bring pressure when you keep moving the quarterback outside the pocket. You don't know which way he's going to go. Great job. Get him outside the pocket. Now he can get on the edge and get some easy free yards or take a shot deep down the field.
Tight end now in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Seminoles are threatening in the red zone. The give to Davis. Turning it on. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Auburn is ahead early in Jordan-Hare, but that's not exactly Bo Jackson out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Texas. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Might be calling a hot route. Smith wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Hunt is on its way. He gets a block. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Steps away to find some room. Connection to the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The option look. Now the pitch. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Got his man out of the backfield. Oh, better check some ankles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. And it slips just inside that right upright. And now the lead's extended a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Denson. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Denson. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pre-firing. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Taylor wants to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Hunt is in the air. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. Across the 45. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The free safety timed his rush perfectly on the blitz, and they come up with the sack.
Yeah, and the free safety usually stays deep and plays coverage, plays in the middle of the field, but they spin him down, bring him in a blitz. You could tell, caught the offense off guard, and he gets the quarterback and gets the sack.
Smith dropping to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. He gambles and throws one all the way back to the left. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
And he missed it. No good. Hoping that a field goal could give you a little bolt of energy, but instead you look up and the scoreboard still says you're down by 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew he was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple of yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Taylor wants to throw. Using the quick game. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Noles in the hurry up. Wants to throw again. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. There he goes. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Quarterback adapting. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play, I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
From the gun to give, looking for room. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Leaves it with the back. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Florida State! And the pummeling has started. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Man, we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. War Eagle. Auburn is putting on a show offensively. They just simply can't be stopped. They're up by 17 over Texas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Smith wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes...
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Got a man. It's Perry. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a second down play. Smith dropping to pass. He's got it on the move. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And the Ducks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Oh, they're after him. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. He wants to change this route. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Intercepted for the 11th time.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they wanted. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth in that last drive.
For this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Now 2nd and 10 from their own 1, and they need just a little space if they can find it. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They've been able to put together nothing. Now 3rd and long from their own 1. From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. The screen, he can go. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. The Seminoles line up to punt it away. This will be his 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Let's see what he can do with it. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. Got him downfield. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Smith wants to throw. They're working that left side. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The inside handoff.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. He's looking to throw. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Smith dropping to pass. He's going to take off. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Looking to scramble. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Lets it go to the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Finds his man on the left.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The screen, and watch out. Still on his feet at the 45. Got a lot of room to the right. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Auburn is lining up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 18 over Texas. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Makes the grab. It's Perry. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Hit as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback. Get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Flushed out of the pocket. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's McCoy. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay